It's 6:50 p.m. today, in the evening. It's 25th of May 2025. This week has been like, I would say, the biggest turnaround week for me, the biggest reflective week for me. As you guys can see, my surroundings are changed today for making the video, and it's because I'm not making it on the roof today. I'm making it in my room because of a reason that I will soon tell you in this video. Basically, this week was just like kind of very reflective and like very like changing for me. I think I needed to get back on track a lot, and this is what this week helped me to do. So it was Tuesday, and I was just in India. It's a third world country, so here we don't drive a lot of cars. We have a culture of two-wheelers a lot, and please don't go on my looks today because there's a reason. I have not taken a bath in like 4 or 5 days, and I'll tell you the reason why. So stick with me. So it was Tuesday morning. It was like around 11 p.m., 11 a.m. in the morning, and I was just going to my gym as I usually do in the morning. I was on my two-wheeler, and like it's a normal like scooter type thing. So it's not a motorcycle, it's not a bike, the fancy ones like in the western part of the world, like the US and all. So it wasn't like anything like high speed or something. So I wasn't wearing any gears like riding gears or anything. So don't bring me that on me in the comments. So I was just going to the gym, and suddenly out of nowhere, a thing happened. In India, it's like a third world country, so everything is like very disorganized. So I don't know if you guys will be able to conceptualize this or not, because I don't think this happens in first world countries like the US or something. So I was just going to my gym, and there are these streets, uh, which are like very narrow. So that's not the main roads for the traffic. That's just like streets from where you reach your home. So it's like very narrow street, and I was just heading for my gym. I wasn't even in much speed. I was like maybe 25 or 30 kilometers per hour. So I was just going, and suddenly there was like a parking lot, a closed one, not an open one. So that I know how it looks in the US and all. So I don't know if you guys will be able to get this or not, but stick with me, maybe I'll try to explain it. So it was just a parking lot which has a small gate from which cars come out, and it's mostly closed. So I was just going past that, and all of a sudden, like I was barely 10 meters away, not even 10 meters, maybe 5 6 meters away, and suddenly a car guy bought his whole car out without any horn or without any waiting at the gate of the parking lot to see if someone is coming or not. And I was barely at 25 kilometers per hour, 30 kilometers per hour. So I was just going, and he all of a sudden brought his whole car out, um, and I just slammed the brakes of my two-wheeler. The rear brake was a little loose, and the front one is a disc brake, so it just slams as soon as you press it. So that when I press both brakes always, because if you press one it generally slips. But since the rear one was loose, it was in a way like just pressing the front one, and the front one is a disc brake. So all of a sudden my scooter just slips up, and like 25-30 kilometers per hour. I don't know how it happened, but since because it was like very last moment, so I hit it like very hard on the brakes, and I just slipped. My scooter just slipped, and I just fell on the road, and I just like I was like dragged on the road for like at least 3-4 meters, 5 meters. So it was a long range. Um, I just slipped down there, and thank God I was wearing a helmet. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be sitting here right now with you guys. I just fell on the road. My whole arms on the right and left, just all got scratched. I will try to put a photo in here in the video. Usually I don't edit these videos, but for this one I will. So I'll show you what happened. So my whole right arm, my left arm got whole scratched up, and my knees are just messed up even right now. The reason why I'm not sitting at my roof right today for the video is that I can't sit on the floor and just fold my legs. I can't do that. My like the whole flesh of both my knees came out, and so like the flesh is still like body is still regenerating, is taking the recovery right now. So if I fold my leg, it just opens up again. So that's why I'm not folding my legs. So I'm just sitting on my chair here and I have my legs straight right now. Felt terribly that time, and as soon as I fell, uh, on my wrist in the right hand, the like skin peeled up, and you can like see the deep layers of the skin. Both my hands were like burning like hell when it happened. My whole like hands, if you can see, it's like very healed up now because it's been like 4 or 5 days now, and these were some minor scratches on my hands. So these were like minor scratches that happened, um, and more than that, as you saw in the photos, my arms and like my knees are messed up. As soon as it happened, I just picked myself up. I didn't have anybody to come pick me up from there. I was very near to my gym, so I just sucked it all up, the pain, and I just went to my gym. My gym guy was good, my owner. He held me up, he healed me, he like gave me the first aid, he disinfected all the points, and applied some ointments there, and applied some bandages there. The reason I say this week was very reflective is because when I fell on the road, I fell like sideways, and then my whole face like hit the road. Maybe 2 times in the front on the visor of the helmet, and like 2 or 3 times on the top part of my head. And if I wasn't, I thought to myself, I came home, I was in pretty bad shape already. Even right now, I am in pretty bad shape, but still, I thought to myself, if I wasn't just wearing a helmet, and even after wearing it, it could have gotten much worse. I could have had a fracture, my joints could have messed up, like my knees, the skins are peeled up from there, and it hurts. But still, I didn't get a fracture, thank God. No bone broke, and no tissue broke. So nothing like that happened, and my elbows could have gone messed up. And I thought to myself, every time on these videos I come and I say like, how blessed am I that I get to experience this journey, that I get to work. All the time I come on these videos and say this about myself, and I say this about you guys, that what you really need to realize is that how blessed you are that you even get to work. We so many times just confuse ourselves with the thought of that that this is so hard, and that I have to do it, and why do I have to do it? Why can't I just relax? Why can't I just spend the moment in joy and enjoying the moment in this and that? And what we fail to realize is that we are actually blessed to work. Like, if my elbows would have gotten broken or my knees would have gotten broken, like any kind of broken, if it a tissue would have broken, I would have like not been able to go to the gym for like at least a month. And if my bones would have broken, I like, oh my, it would have probably taken at least 4 or 5 months, and whole my physique would have gone to shit, and I would have to start it all over again. And the fact that I am saved now, I'm not dead, and I'm not in such a terrible shape that I can't go to the gym. It's been 5 6 days, and now I'm kind of recovering. I won't be hitting leg days for like 2 more weeks, I guess, 1 or 2 more weeks, because I don't want the wounds to open up again. So but at least I will be able to hit like chest, back, shoulders, bicep, tricep, everything. And I think to and the fact that if I would have gotten a fracture in my hand, I wouldn't have been able to even do my trading, and I wouldn't be able to like study my trading, execute my trading, or anything if I wouldn't be wearing a helmet that day. Because it's not like that I wore a helmet so I got saved. Sometimes we just do it, but when the day comes, like as I say, our life stories have been written, and I'm not gonna go into this philosophical shit that I think on the daily, but it could have been anything. Even after wearing the helmet could have broken up when I fell, and anything could have happened. My jaw could have gotten broken, and that would have been a terrible mess for the rest of my life. But I get the opportunity to do this. This is what has taken me forward in this journey. I get to do the work. I get to wake up and move with a purpose, move towards a goal, a dream, a purpose in my life. I get to do the trading, to study the trading, to go to the gym, to eat my macros. I get to do that. Nobody forces me to do that. I get to do that. If that day I could have died, all my dreams and goals would have died with me. And I would have died such a regretful life that in my 19 years of life I didn't do anything. The experiences, the goals that I had in my mind, the dreams that I had in my mind, I never accomplished them, and I never experienced them, I never lived them. And that would have been such a big curse. And the fact that I am alive after that accident is a blessing. And this is why I say it's a turning point, because now, like, I still found myself procrastinating the work, and last night it was reflective. I thought to myself the exact same thing that I told you just now, that I could have died, or I could have been in such a terrible shape that I had to be off the work, off the gym for like 5-6 months. Anything could have happened. I could have gone in a coma, or like anything terrible could have happened that day. But the fact that I'm alive, the fact that the reason I say that life is not happening to you and life is happening for you is because God did that to show me. Because I was regularly questioning that the fact that I do say how blessed am I, but in what sense? How does it looks like that I am blessed to do this hard work? And God proved it to me. He did give me a little pain along the lesson, because we learn in shame and pain. Until unless something is painful enough, physically or emotionally, you don't change. Nobody changes. So obviously, God made it a little painful along the lesson, but He still left me enough possible to accomplish my goals, to go after my dreams. I like the very first day. Obviously, I couldn't stand, so I haven't gone to the gym for like 4 or 5 days now. But I am sitting at my home and I'm studying my trading. I'm working on my trading. I'm back testing. I'm forward testing, and I'm executing. Now I've started with a real live account, as I told you in the last video. So I'm doing that too, and I'm learning because I'm hungry for information. I don't have a teacher on me who can just spoon feed me the strategy and the psychology and everything. I have to find every little bit of the puzzle on my own. But I get to do it. If I would have died that day, I wouldn't get to do it. My whole dreams and goals would have died that day with me. I am blessed to be on this earth right now, sitting here making this YouTube video with you guys and making an impact. And when I take life seriously from here on, and I actually work towards my goals and I achieve them, I will have the blessing to experience the pleasure of achieving my goals when I get to go back to my best friend and show him that I made it. When I get to go to Russia, my dream country. When I get to marry a beautiful woman and have a beautiful child and build a family. When I will get to gift my parents a car, a house that they dream of. That day I will be so, I'm so blessed to have, I'm blessed to have the blessings to experience this pleasure, instead of just dying that day or being in such a terrible shape that I couldn't even do anything. Obviously, I say that you can change your life around, but if you get blind, you can't do trading. You can't trade if you get blind. If you don't have arms, you can't gym. And there are still people who push through those hardships. So how selfish it would be of me to just give up on this opportunity that God has given me, blessed me with the life on this earth, with this body, that I can sculpt a brilliant physique. How blessed am I that God gave me the mind and the time and the environment to study on my trading and to execute on trading and learn on it. So how selfish I would be to say that I don't want to do it because it's hard. Imagine the people who are ready to go through the hardships but they don't have the resources, or maybe they are like me, like they got into some accident and broke their arms or broke their legs, or they maybe lost an eye, they lost an ear, who knows, they lost their speech, who knows. And that is just trading. There are so many more goals and so many more things that can happen along according to them. So there is no excuse for you or for me who have this normal life to do something. The biggest reason that I found out that I didn't make progress in the last like 2-3 years, that I didn't achieve my goals, is because first of all, I didn't implement. I learned, but I didn't execute. I wasn't willing to fail. I was waiting for a perfect plan to build up. And of course, you need to have a good trading plan that covers all the aspects: the risk management, the money management, the trade management, the entry, stop loss, everything. But you can't wait it to be so perfect that you go in there and you just win. You can make it as perfect as you can, because if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. But after that, you need to implement with something that you have. You need to execute on something. And the biggest reason that I found out is that I didn't execute. Second, I didn't believe in myself. All the time, I thought I believed in myself, but on the inside, on the subconscious, and even sometimes on the conscious, it was only negative talk. Instead of being like, fuck whatever I'm feeling, I am going to do this and I will achieve my goals and I will make an impact and I will conquer. I will do the work every single day no matter what happens. Instead of doing that, I procrastinated the work. And for like a lot of time, I didn't procrastinate my work. So, not procrastinating, but I didn't believe in myself in the way of like I can achieve these goals and I can push through this roadblock. And how selfish is it of me to do that? God has given me the. Yesterday I was watching a YouTube video of some man. Like, I don't like watching YouTube a lot, and as soon as I found myself that I'm like scrolling on YouTube or doing like wasting my time on YouTube, I instantly get myself out of it. And the only reason that I still have YouTube on my devices is because I have a channel, this channel and another automated faceless channel that I am trying to get monetized on, and I'm halfway there on that channel. But I was watching a person on the YouTube. He was living alone. He was working three jobs, not three jobs. He was working three shifts in a week at a job to pay for the bills while he was building a personal clothing brand and a business and the YouTube channel he was trying to make. And in somewhere he was like, I have like $800 left for in my bank account and I need $500 just for the rent and food in the month of Jan. And I was like, here I sit, I don't have to worry about the basic expenses, the rent and the food. My parents are taking care of it, and yet still I am being so selfish, saying that I don't want to do the work. That guy is doing the job as well as the work. He is going through the pain. And how selfish is it of me that I have so many comforts and I'm still neglecting them? And you might sit there and you be like, yeah, you are right, you should work, but I can't because I have to pay the rent, I have to pay the expenses. See that guy who is also doing it. That is why I don't justify anyone's excuses, because I know that your excuses are someone else's victories. Someone else is taking victories on the points that you make as your pain point, as your excuses, as you try to justify why can't you do the work, why you can't make progress. And I'm like, I got this opportunity, and all I did in the last 2 years was cry over a girl, not be like, whatever happened, happened, and I just need to go make progress. Instead of being like, I had to leave all my friends, I didn't say that yes, I have to go through this adversity and this pain for a little while, but it will be worth it. And let's just work. Let's just focus on the work. Let's just keep believing in myself, keep believing in the journey, and just do the work. And yes, I did the work. I learned trading. I have acquired a lot of skills in trading. But the only reason I didn't make progress is because, first of all, I didn't execute, and second, I didn't believe in myself enough. And the fact that I didn't believe in myself enough, and trading is 80% confidence, and I didn't had that, so I didn't execute it. It's all a loop of life. And this, you will find the same kind of loop if you are not making progress in your life in some area. For me, it's trading. For you, it can be a business or trading or sports or anything. There's a loop why you're not making progress. And I have decided to break this loop by believing in myself. And how do you believe in yourself? You just do the work. You just take the action on yourself. You just take the action towards your goals. That's how you believe in yourself. It's not a magic recipe. It's not going to David Goggins' speech or just listening to motivational videos or Eman Gadzi on YouTube. It is actually just thinking in your mind that I can do it, I will do it, and repeat it to yourself. I'm not saying you to go into the front of the mirror and be like, I will achieve my goals, I will do this, I will do that, and just sit on your fucking ass for the rest of the day, eat Cheetos and scroll on TikTok. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you say to yourself that I will do this, I will achieve this, and I intend to do this, and you take the action towards it with a plan. What I'm doing now, I have a vision, first of all, where I want to be in 7 months from now, in 1.5 years from now, in like 3 years, 5 years from now, in 10 years from now, and how I want to live and how I want to die. I have the whole vision in my mind now. And every day I wake up and I write a page in my journal where I repeat the positive self-talk to me that I do say like in the end, like I will become the number one trader in the world, and I will lead, protect and provide for my family, and I will become a to be proud of father, husband and son, and I say that stuff in the end. But you know what I say first? Before that I will push myself beyond my limits today. I will believe in myself and continue pushing beyond exhaustion. I will push past all the adversities and all the pain points, and I will just believe in myself that I can make it. That's what I say first. So I have a vision, I have a plan that how I will achieve it, and that plan has changed a lot of times, because I find that this isn't working, so I don't instantly change it. But I gave it enough time, I gave things enough time, and when it didn't work for 3, 4, 6 months, I finally changed it. So because I'm not waiting here for a perfect plan, I am here waiting for just a plan and executing it and failing and learning. I know this video is being long, it's like 25 minutes now, but I'm gonna keep talking because I am here to make the change, and I have promised that I will not quit. And here I am sitting here, I have like a shitload of tasks to accomplish today, but I'm still sitting here teaching you guys something about yourself. This is what I have done, and I promise I will not fucking fail no matter what it takes. No matter if I have to, like, sacrifice an eye, sacrifice an ear, sacrifice an arm, sacrifice an leg. No matter how many relationships I have to sacrifice, no matter the friend that I plan to meet in 7 months and I never meet him again. I don't care. I will see this journey through no matter what. And I'm not saying this in an egotistical way that I don't care meeting him. I do want to meet him. Every day I think about that goal, that when I will make it, I will finally be able to go back to him and tell him that I made it. But if I don't get to do it and I have to pay that cost to achieve my goals, my long-term vision, I will do that. And I will do whatever it takes. So I have the vision, I have the plan. My plan right now, I'm just gonna disclose it in short because I don't want to make it a very long video. I have my trading that I've like figured out a lot of it, and I'm just trying to execute on it. And I'm making some emotional mistakes right now in this month. So I am supposed to be about like 10% up according to the trades, according to my plan. But since I made emotional mistakes, I am like 4% down. But in the long term, I have my plan. My plan is that trading will take me long term, but for the short term to pay the bills, I am first I was performing crypto airdrops and I earned a lot of money and I made trading capital from that. I purchased this iPad that I'm making the video on from that. But now it is not working anymore. It has stopped and like it doesn't work for me. I don't know. And maybe it would, but it's so much time consuming that I had to change it. So I'm making a YouTube faceless channel now, and when it gets monetized, that will pay my bills, so that I don't have to worry about meeting basic necessities, making ends meet. All right, that is my plan. I have a vision. I have a plan. Next, every morning to set me up for success, to set me up at a high frequency to attack the day. And that doesn't mean that you won't take steps backwards in the uh, in like the journey. It doesn't means that, but it's like at least making an effort to do something. And that is my morning routine. I have my 4 steps morning routine that sets me up for success every day. Every single day, I wake up, I make my bed, I do 50 push ups. And that's like when I'm only awake like 5 minutes. I'm doing my 50 push ups. And just try that one day. And that's really hard, I'm telling you guys. And it's hard for me. The fact is that it's hard for me to do 50 push ups as soon as I wake up. And that is why I'm doing it. So that as soon as the day starts, I learn to push past the pains, the roadblocks. As soon as I wake up, my mind is like, don't make the bed, it's so stupid and this and that. But I do it anyways. My brain says your body is whole jacked up and tired because you are already running low on sleep. So don't do 50 push-ups. But I still do my push-ups. Next, I drink 500, like a half a liter of water, because that's like hurts my stomach a little bit. But I know that it doesn't affect my health. So I drink my 500 ml of water, and then I write a page in my journal and I reflect on what has been happening with me and how I want to take the needle forward from here in the day and in like the whole long term. I have my vision, I have my plan. And then after the morning routine, I have a to-do list that I either try to make the last night, but the most of the time I push myself so much to the exhaustion that I just almost always fall asleep working. So I just, as soon as I wake up and do my morning routine, I first make my to-do list for the day, so that I don't wander like a motherfucker, like a lost motherfucker all day long, just trying to figure out what to do and just wasting another 4 hours trying to figure out what to do for another 4 hours. So I have my vision, I have my plan, I have morning routine to set me up for success every single day, and I don't have the like the blessing of waking up at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. because according to my trading hours, my market hours, because I can't control the market timings. So I don't have that blessing, but still, when I wake up, I do all that I can to get me up to a high frequency state. And then I start attacking the day with a to-do list that takes me forward on the plan that I made. It is a whole, like, the plan is to like do like take the money from to pay my basic bills right now, and when I make more money than my basic necessities, I will put that money into my trading account and I will execute trading on that. And when I do that, when I make money trading, I will first purchase this, then I will do this, and after that I will stop my expenses, and then I will take myself out of Russia, and then I will do this, I will do that, and after that, that is the basic plan right now. I'm not trying to figure out 10 steps ahead when I haven't even taken one step, because that will just keep me in analysis paralysis. So this is my plan for now. It is a very basic plan, but after that I will think now how I can become the US investing champion, how I can take my trading forward. That is the next phase of my life. That is the next phase for my goals. But for right now, the plan that I have a to-do list every single day to move the needle forward on that plan and towards my vision. That's how simple it is. But so many of you guys are just like, I can't do this, I can't do that, because it hurts your ego when I tell you guys that you need to push yourself hard and you can't justify your excuses. You're like, oh, I have to hold myself accountable. Fuck. Do you actually think that you're gonna accomplish anything in your life with that mindset? Genuinely, man, tell me, do you actually think that you are actually gonna achieve anything in life with that mindset? Push yourself. At least try a little bit. You are not even trying, you're sitting in your bed just eating Cheetos instead of even trying to track your macros. I am not able to fulfill my macros right now because I don't have the money to do it. But I at least don't eat the junk food, I don't eat the bad food. So I'm at least trying, and I'm trying to make money to eat the macros that I need to. But you guys have so much audacity to just sit there and eat Cheetos and still be like, oh my god, this journey is so hard, this journey is so hard. I just can't figure a way out of this. I'm fucking sick of it. And the reason I'm sick of it, because that day when I had the accident, I saw myself failing terribly. I saw that this life is a gift that I have been taking so much granted for. And I have taken so many steps backwards. And I am committed to come back, and I don't care. I have planned to purchase that bike and go surprise my friend in Jan of the next year. But if I am not able to do that, I'm still gonna come back, because I understand that so many time I have wasted, and that now I'm trying to make a comeback. I can't just expect it to be happen like that. I will try my level motherfucking best to do it by January next year. But if I can't, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh man, I tried but I couldn't do it, so I'm quitting. No, I will never quit. And that is the reason I'm sick of you guys. I'm sick of the guys who just complain that I can't do this, I can't do that because of this and that. They don't realize the life they have been gifted. They don't realize the resources they have been gifted. My PC hangs terribly, terribly. It's like, if you guys would get this PC to trade, you guys would be like, sorry, I can't do this. I can't work on such a hanging PC. But I do it, because I understand that there are people who are willing, more than willing, to push through this obstacle with this resource. And when I will earn the money, I will get a better PC, man. Just make through the moment. Just make it through the moment. Stop justifying every single excuse that you have. Take this life as a blessing. Understand it. Reflect. Maybe, just maybe, you need to work on yourself. You need to work on your mindset. You just need to stop watching porn all night long and just stop watching Netflix and just sit there and reflect for a moment. That maybe I shouldn't be wasting this life like this. Smoking a joint, hanging out with girls, hanging out with friends that aren't even friends, and that I aren't going to come with me on this journey or support me or see me through this journey. Maybe you just need to reflect on your beliefs, on your excuses that you try to justify. This was it for today, guys. It was a long video. If I keep speaking, I will just keep speaking like this because I'm like sick of it, because this is the topic that everyone needs to speak, but people just try to give you an easy solution out which doesn't work, because this is just what works. What works is just pushing through the moment. And sorry, I'm like sweating a lot right now. That is why I'm continuously wiping my face, because I had to turn off the fan because it would create a lot of noise. But yeah, this was it for the week. I'll try to document my journey more and more from here. I'll try to make some videos of the gym, and just because now I'm just committing myself whole into it. Yeah, one last thing. I had my one last best friend that I told you, like one friend that lived just next to my house, and I told you that he will be going from here soon, and he has we have parted ways today. He has shifted somewhere else now, and somewhere very far. So I'm totally alone now, and I will push through this journey. I won't give any excuse to myself. Every single day in the gym, in the trading, and everywhere, I will just push myself relentlessly until I reach my goals. It's 25th of May 2025 again, and $583 in my trading account. I'm trying to get this shit done, and I will do it. As I always stay, as I always say, stay hard, push beyond your limits, and stay aggressive and be a man. Be a fucking man.